Let's be honest. Before we see a doctor these days, a number of us have either asked ChatGPT or have asked Google, what's going on? Let's talk about it. You feel something small and then you are like, pen, 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 pen. ChatGPT, what's going on? What's going on? Google, what's going on? Calm down. Don't worry. I'm not here to judge you in this video because I'm a pharmacist. I'm not here to judge you because I also asked ChatGPT and I asked Google, pen, 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 what's going on? But here is the catch. The way many of us are using this chatbot for our health is not helping us as much as we think. Before we dive right into this video, you're welcome if this is your first time joining us, and if you are a subscriber, hi, you're welcome to today's episode. I am Omolaya Oni and I'm the techie pharmacist, and I help you build healthy habits with technology. So back to what I was talking about. Honestly speaking, I get it because technology is here to stay. These chatbots are here to stay. And also coupled with the wait times, like when you forget to ask a question during that consultation, the next thing you're calling, you have to book another appointment. Maybe the next appointment is like in a month or in 2 weeks, and you need to get an answer while waiting for the next appointment, right? Or maybe the nearest hospital to you is like far, right? So before you can even see a doctor, you're thinking of your busy schedule. Maybe they don't open on weekends. So many things surrounding that, and you need an answer. And when chatbot is close to you, why not, right? Now, the reason it's important for us to have this conversation is if you don't use this chatbot correctly for your health, at the end of the day, the answers you might get might give you anxiety, might make you confused, or even might make you take the wrong step for your health and then worsen the entire situation. So when you're preparing for that next appointment, here is how to use chatbot in a way that is effective for your health and also for that consultation. For example, sometimes people type, ChatGPT, why do I have headaches? Now, I know there are different AI bots, there's Claude, there's Gemini, but I'll be picking ChatGPT just because. Okay, now when you get a response from that question you asked ChatGPT, gives you responses like dehydration, like stress, like migraine, so many things. You're like, from where to where? Now you're confused, you have anxiety, you're scared of what to do next, right? Here is a better way to go about it. I have been having mild headaches in the evenings for the past 5 days, especially after work. What are the possible causes and what patterns should I pay attention to before seeing a doctor? You see that these two things are different. I'm not asking ChatGPT for a diagnosis. I'm asking it to help me observe patterns that I may be missing. So you're moving from panic mode to actually awareness mode, and then you can take the right steps before the next appointment. Remember that chatbot should not replace the medical personnel. Another way to use chatbot in an effective way for your health is to use them to understand and not to conclude. Because chatbot can give you possibilities, but it cannot tell you what you have. Another way to use chatbot effectively before your next appointment could be to help you ask better questions during these consultations. Have you ever been in that situation whereby the moment you step out of the doctor's office, or maybe you've gotten home, you remember that, oh my God, I should have asked this question. And the next time you're picking your phone to call, it's probably the admin person that is picking the call and telling you to schedule and book the next appointment, right? So you can ask the chatbot to say, what kind of questions can I ask my doctor about recurring headaches, right? So examples like that. So it helps you to pick. And you know that it's not just about reading verbatim what ChatGPT has given to you. Sometimes the responses that you get from that can also help you think about or remember some things that you may have missed out. And then you note them down, jot them down in your notes, or probably your physical note, or probably a digital note, so that for the next appointment you have all the details and key information to maximize that short period of time you have during the appointment. Now, finally, it's also important for us to understand the limitations of this chatbot. Now, I mentioned ChatGPT, Gemini, etc., and some of these AI chatbots. We also have like some medical or health related chatbots, right? But they all have limitations. For example, they don't know your medical history. Number 2, they don't understand your lifestyle. Number 3, they cannot examine you, right? They can't examine you. Number 4, they don't give the full picture. Number 5, sometimes as human beings, you might not know how to communicate what is exactly wrong with you. You might not know how to use the right words. But like for a doctor, sometimes from their experience, from the little things you're saying, they can actually be able to understand what you are not actually saying, and then they can be able to ask the right questions, right? And that can also, help. Another limitation of this chatbot is that sometimes you don't know what you don't know, right? Sometimes you don't know how to express how you're feeling. You don't know the right words to use, like even right words to ask the chatbot or right words to use during the consultation. And because of the experiences of, medical professionals, based on patterns they've seen, they've listened to a lot of people, they can be able to understand even from your unspoken words, or they can understand those little things you're saying, and then they can guide you and say, oh, is this what you mean? Is this how you're feeling? Sometimes chatbot can do that. You see? So think of it like this. This chatbot can help you prepare, and then your healthcare provider can help you decide. So don't ever try to replace your medical professional with a chatbot, but rather let this chatbot help you to be a better patient so that you can communicate effectively, maximize your time, and so that you don't get home feeling like, oh, I forgot to ask this. Oops, I forgot to ask that, right? You can be able to maximize the time, get good information, and live healthy at the end of the day. So technology is not going anywhere. The people who benefit most from it are the people who know how to use it intentionally. If you want to learn how to use technology intentionally to build healthy habits and for your health, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this video. See you in the next episode. Bye-bye.